Chapter 45, The General. I posed this question to one of my patients, a retired general with Parkinson's disease who regularly visited my clinic. The professor concentrated on steering the boat against the upcoming high waves and continued, "Due to my profession, I have a confidential relationship with my patients." Before his retirement, the general had headed the counter-espionage agency in West Berlin, granting him access to classified information. During his clinic sessions, he divulged more secrets than the intelligence agency would permit. Parkinson's disease had led to partial dementia, essentially converting his brain into a hole in national security. My secretary, Annabella, scheduled him as the last patient of the day, allowing him to converse while I concluded my administrative tasks. Taking a sip of whiskey to moisten his mouth, the professor went on a particular day, after completing his medical examination, the general moved to the sofa for our customary chat. I offered him cognac and inquired about Julius Fox. His knowledge was beyond my expectations. He revealed that Julius' father, Konrad Fuchs, held a significant position in East Germany's party hierarchy. Konrad was an introverted figure, focusing on theoretical matters within the party. In contrast, Julius, from a young age, had been a rebellious troublemaker. For his 20th birthday, he persuaded his father to take him to West Berlin using his diplomatic passport, which allowed him to take a family member with him when crossing the border. However, Julius had a cunning plan. Seizing the opportunity, he presented himself to the West Berlin police as a political defector, carrying secret documents belonging to his father in his backpack. At that moment a massive wave slammed into the boat, causing it to sway violently. Azer glanced at the motorcycle through the rear window. It was still on the deck, but its stability was precarious. With the next forceful wave, it might break free and sink to the lake's depths. He turned to the professor and requested, "Can you steady the boat? I need to secure the bike, otherwise, we'll lose it soon." The professor pulled the accelerator handle toward him, reducing the boat's speed, and replied, "That would be a catastrophe." Azer took the flashlight, lifted the hatch, and cautiously descended into the engine room. During his previous visit down there, he had noticed a collection of bike tubes stored in a plastic bag. With a couple of these bike tubes now in his hand, he emerged from below, displaying them to the professor. He inquired, "Would it be all right if I make use of these?" The professor nodded and replied, "Certainly. Those belonged to the previous owner." To keep his hands unburdened, Azer slung the tubes over his shoulder. He swung open the door and, with a fierce struggle against the storm's forces, managed to seal it shut once he was outside. Battling the ship's unsteady motion, he approached the bike and securely fastened it to the boat's railing. With this task accomplished, he returned to the wheelhouse. The professor's appreciative tone was obvious, as he remarked, "I can already sense a significant improvement. Steering the boat becomes noticeably easier when the bike is securely tied down." The professor offered a towel from the drawer next to the steering wheel, which Azer used to dry his head. Azer spoke up, "Perhaps we should have thought of this solution from the very beginning." Lifting his mug, he settled onto the bench and inquired, "Did you manage to uncover the mysteries surrounding the Arab Spring?" "Yes," the professor confirmed, "I did. The more I delved into Julius Fox's story, the more my distaste for him grew."